does your online store match your in-store experience? So there's three things that I want you to pay close attention to that I'm going to review with you on this video. All right, first thing is digital retailing. Obviously, we've all heard this buzzword, digital retailing, modern retailing. There's a lot of different words for it, but the fact is it's been around for a while. But due to the current climate of things, it's a big deal. My question to you is, does your in-store match your online? All right, so we've got this branding message, we're gonna buy now and all this other stuff, but when you get to the showroom, is that message consistent? Like if somebody walked into your showroom now, how does it feel like? Does it feel like it's an actual online store or an optional online store? Or is it just no presence, there's no branding of that whatsoever? I mean, how does your parking lot set up? Does it mention about your parking lot? And I say that because think about like a Target or a Walmart. If you've ever shopped on one of those, and I know it's a completely different industry, a different experience, but you want to be on the level that most of your customers are already experiencing on a day-to-day basis. Why not give that convenience? But what happens is if you order on that app, on a Target or whatever it is, when you show up, they're ready for you, right? You can set it up to when you show up, there's a nice little parking spot for you, makes you feel all good, right? But what about your dealership website? You know, your website looks really good. It's got all these fancy tools, but when you show up to the dealership, nothing. Right? So we have to make sure. So my solution to you for that one is just to take a second, go to your website, go through the steps of digital retailing or whatever we want to call it, and then go to your showroom and go outside and see if you get that same look and feel. Second thing, inventory. Inventory is huge, right? It's probably one of the most important things about your dealership. It's what it's generating the customers. The question I have is, does your online inventory match your in-store inventory? So think of it this way. Do you promote all these great cars online and you make them look good? We've got the pictures, we got the 360 spin, everything's looking great, but when you go to the in-store, you can't even find that car, right? I've seen that. Or complete opposite. In-store, we're gonna balloon up the car. Dealerships are still ballooning up cars. Yes, it happens, right? So they're ballooning up the car, it's on a lift and there's all this other stuff, but it doesn't match your website or your third party. Like it's not even, the prices isn't even the same. It's got two whole different prices. So I challenge you to make sure, instead of just using like a mismatch approach, use your analytics to drive how your inventory should look and feel on your website and in your store. So imagine using your analytics from Google Analytics or from an inventory provider like Viato or something like that to give you the data on how to position your inventory both online and both in store. So do it by data, not based on how we feel that specific day about what we want to air the balloons up with. Anyways, third one, pretty important, your staff page, right? So, and I know this sounds odd, but even your staff pages need to be updated on a regular basis. I can't tell you how many times, literally, I've reached out to a dealer that I saw their picture online. I'm like, oh, this is what they look like, or that internet manager or those BDC people. And when you get there, you're like, did you guys hire somebody new? No, that's them. It's just the picture didn't look the exact same. It was like from 10 years ago. So I would advise you to make sure that you fix that as well. Extremely important. And one last bonus that I would give you is to make sure that your why buy, so the why buy that you have for your dealership, why people should do business with you, if you have that on your website, talking about all these things, I got a warranty this, I got this, we deliver and all, just make sure that same message is present within your dealership. Having that presence there, it keeps it consistent, so that same why buy that they saw online is the same why buy that they see when they show up to your dealership. So hope those three things help. If you're not already doing it, if you're doing it, keep up the great work. Everybody enjoy the last couple of days of this month and stay safe.